Hi guys! Oh my gosh, I am so excited. We've been doing these lives lately with authors that are signing with us in 2026. And it's just been so amazing. Like last night we had Cian Crawford and Ivy Asher. You can watch that on replay. We had LJ Andrews and Janelle Gray. Coming up next week, we have Jamie Applegate Hunter and January Rain. I don't even think we announced that yet, Later on, we have Sadie Kincaid and CR Jane, and it's been so exciting. And tonight I have not been like, oh my gosh, I'm all tongue tied. I've just been so excited about tonight in particular, because we have like the queens of like shifter romance, like fated mates, paranormal romance. These ladies are they're all over the top 100 on Amazon, and so we're just like super excited to have them join us. So we have tonight, I feel like I need to do like a drum roll. April L. Moon, and we have Heather K. Carson. I just can't wait. I'm so excited. And I'll slow down talking. I know I talk fast. I can't help it. I just get excited. We also have Holly's Books and Booze with us. She is a TikToker, a book talker, I should say, and she's also on the Fangirl team. She does our newsletter design. She also does all the graphics for the book event for 2026. And she's also the lead of all the influencers and head of marketing for the event. So she is juggling a lot of things. And I love having her lives too. So she always joins me. So, all right, let me bring on Holly. And then we're going to bring on the authors, the star of the show. Hey, Holly, are you so excited?
Hi, I'm so ready. So
I
ready.
know.
I
I
got
just
my
can't
list of
wait.
questions. We're
You
all
do?
set.
You ready to go? Okay, and you're monitoring all the groups in the comments, right? So where are you
Yes.
monitoring so everyone knows? So if they want
So
to comment.
the main Facebook page, uh, I have my Instagram, FanGrrl
Okay.
Instagram, and then of
Okay.
course our book event group, which is what this is all for.
Awesome. And I think we're also in the big fantasy group, right? The big, oh, you're sideways again. This is the big guys. You know what you need to do? You need to get a tripod like me. Get it and then it gets
Oh
fixed. And
yeah.
then I actually got like at Five and Below. I got a tripod at Five and Below and it works. It gets like really tall. I love it. Um
I'm gonna have to go.
yeah, Five and Below, there you go. But yeah, okay, so we're in the big romantasy, urban
hmm
fantasy paranormal romance group, and I think we're in the spicy group too tonight too. Just I
Yes,
think
and we're
yes,
also in Heather's group.
and we're in Heather's group. Yes, 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 yes. And April has a big Discord. April and Moon does. We just couldn't stream to Discord, or we would have done that. So, okay, all right. Well, without further ado, let me bring these ladies on. Okay, here is April L. Moon.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, and then Heather K. Carson. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for being here. We're so excited to have you.
Thanks
Like,
for having us.
seriously. Yes. Yes. It's just, I really do mean it. Like, I don't know if oh, actually, you could hear me, right? We're the queens of
Yes,
faded.
I'm blushing. Thank you.
You are, though. Both of you done so well. You've both been an Amazon bestseller. I mean, what is that like? How does that feel? Is it crazy? Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's
it's
been mind blowing. It's been amazing, but yeah, pretty crazy. Like we actually, I was gonna say I didn't. We need to talk about this before, but we kind of talked about when we started writing shipper romance. We actually talked to each other before we both started, so we were like, well, we like the genre, let's see. And then it's been crazy just watching. Like April just took off the top of the charts and stuff, and like just I don't know,
She
just
has.
doing yeah. I don't know. It's just been amazing. I'm still like mind blown about it. Like
Yeah, it's and April, you're known for the Faded to the Wolf Prince, right? Like in that whole series, right? It's your I'm trying to remember, is it Megaverse, Hunter Omegaverse? What's the name?
the hunted omegas. Yeah.
The Hunted Omega. Sorry, I was
Yeah,
like, it's not a Megaverse. You know
yeah.
why? I was saying that to myself early night. Make sure you don't say it's a Megaverse. And of course, that's the first thing that I did because it's not a Megaverse.
I definitely share some tropes with Omegaverse, but it's not full Omegaverse, like reverse harem kind of vibes for sure. So,
Yeah,
but
awesome.
yeah, it's
Can you?
been it's been a wild year. I will say, like to answer your question, it's been a very like I agree, it's been mind blowing. It's been very wild, and just like the outpouring of support from all the readers has been absolutely amazing. Like I love my readers so much.
Oh, that's awesome. And it's happened pretty fast, right? Like, when did you publish book one?
It was March of last year.
Okay.
Heather is a so much faster writer than I am. Like, I'm pretty slow by comparison. She is a speed demon. But yeah, it was March last year. The first book came out.
Wow. And you guys are friends. That's kind of cool. That's like really cool. Yeah, because the author community is pretty small, right? There's a lot of authors that make connections at signings, or how did you guys meet?
Book conference, actually. We had
Okay.
mutual friends, and they like directed us towards each other, like, hey, I think you guys have stuff in common. And we're like, oh, hi, what are your plans for the future? So we just kind of, yeah. It was like we were the fates pushed us together. Oh, yeah.
So,
Faded romance, right?
Yes.
yes. So I live in Florida, and Heather, which state are you in now since you moved?
I'm in Washington State.
Okay, so she's in Washington, I'm in Florida. We met at a conference in Las Vegas, and my friend who lives in France introduced us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because you guys write in the same genre, really, for them, like very similar, right? Maybe not exactly the same, but similar. And
Yeah.
you share the same
Fated
kind of reader
Mates
base.
shippers. Yeah.
Yeah, so you share the similar reader base. So that actually is really good for the networking and the synergy there, right? When authors meet like that and they share, I don't know, each other's books and each other's groups,
I was
or
gonna
whatnot,
say
and support.
mostly we just share a lot of conversations about growling guys. Like, did he growl this way? How growly?
It's
Oh,
true.
I just saw it. Have you guys heard Corbin King? He's a narrator. Have you? Oh, he's done really well. He's kind of blown up, and he has the best growl. I just saw a video of his last week. I'll have to share it with you guys. It's
I
just
do
like
have to hear this now, so yes.
I'm trying to get him to come to the event. We'll see. Hopefully,
It's like,
it'll
what are we
happen.
Googling after this? Corbin King growling.
Growl.
Like,
The alpha growl. He's so good at it. And it was funny. The video I saw had two other guys. There was like three guys doing an interview together, and they were all just like in awe over him. They were like, they were all trying to do it too, like other, performers and, yeah, or other artists, I should say. It was really funny. So, anyways, how did you get into writing this genre?
Me, it was like my secret hidden reading addiction. I don't know if it was like Wattpad vibes, but it was like I don't. It was my like lose my mind and this kind of stuff, and like my comfort reads. So some like and like Laurel K. Hamilton and like different things. Like I just kind of I don't know. I grew up with like this, and I didn't think I was gonna write it because I actually started in a different genre when I first started writing. But then I kind of had a rough year with my husband deploying and stuff, and I wrote a lot of like high octane post-apocalyptic books, and so I wanted some more romance, so I was like, I'm just going to write something for me. And then I kind of knew what I was doing. I was like, I'll put it out there. And that's kind of where I was talking to first met April. I was like, I'm gonna put this out there. And then yeah, that's so it kind of now that's what I write. Like so totally. But yeah, I started with like it was my comfort reads, like I didn't know that I would write it. It was more like I kept it for me, but I guess that's where my voice led, so it
Oh,
works.
that's awesome. How about you, April? How did you fall into it? This, or you just kind of
So
similar?
I've always loved reading paranormal. I think when I first started writing, I wasn't brave enough with like the steamy scenes because I was raised very conservatively. And it was something that I had to like work up to being like brave enough. Can I really write this? Can I really like put this out there for everyone? But now that I like actually dove in, I love it so much because I've always read it, I've always read it and I've always loved it. And I've always been a fan of paranormal romance. But I think it was literally just took me to work up the guts to be like, yeah, I'm going to write it too because I love it.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. So did you what was like your first Holly, I don't mean to keep, I know you've got questions too. I feel like I'm just steamrolling here. What was your first series or author that you read sort of in this world, right? Whether it be paranormal romance or UF or romantasy or whatever. What was the first one that really kind of like drew you in as a reader?
Oh my gosh, how can I pick one? I've
Okay,
read
well,
like
you don't have name a few, so you don't have to, pick a favorite or anything. But
okay, so urban fantasy, I really love Lindsay Buroker. I love her style and like that a lot of the heroines are older. Like I think it's great that we're not all like 18, fresh off high school. For paranormal romance, I'm telling you, I have read like everything. I literally keep a list on my phone of my favorites, and my mind is blank at the moment. I'm so sorry. I did read Fourth Wing recently. I really enjoyed that. That was a
did
new
you?
read. like that's not a long time favorite. That was like last week I read it.
Yeah. Oh, really? That recent? Okay. Yeah. It's
Mhm.
good. It's really good.
Yeah, it is really good.
That's the problem is
Um,
they start to like blur in. Do you remember like all the series you read? So I was like, it was, I think it's the Mark series, but remember, like, I just remember the books
Yes.
and I've like I just the other day rediscovered them and I was like, I read those when I was like 12, I want to say, but like Twilight and all that, like,
Or like
Oh,
PC
Twilight.
Infested
oh,
Cast.
but they all like
I
blurred in,
have
but
those
yeah.
up there. I have those too, for
The
sure.
House of, are
You,
you talking about the House of Night series?
yes, that's what it's called. And I was
Yeah.
thinking that's because I couldn't figure it out for the longest time, and it's almost like a did I imagine it? Like I still put my eyeliner on, and I think of when she's like putting the raccoon liner and talking about it,
Yes.
and I'm like I couldn't
Yes.
remember the name, and I just saw somebody shared it the other day. I was like, oh, that's like I
It's
don't know.
always
There's
like
so
brown pop. That was the phrase that like stuck with me forever. Like instead of like saying Dr. Pepsi, it was like, oh, can I get a brown pop?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
It's
a
crazy
great
how
YA series.
Hmm.
I
books
think
go in.
I think I first fell into Twilight. I mean, in this, like, I've always
We can
read,
admit
but yeah, I think Twilight was kind of like, I think it was like the gateway, for a lot of people
Yeah.
into this world. And then I fell into Sookie Stackhouse, Charlene
Oh,
Harris.
yeah, I forgot about City Secrets.
Sookie
Yeah,
Stackhouse. Yeah, that was
good
real
love
memorable
series
for
too.
me. And then it was that was it, man. I fell down the hole. Alona
And
Andrews, Kate
Buffy.
Daniels. Yes. Yeah.
Buffy was, yeah. Kate
Or
Daniels. I love Kate Daniels too.
or like on TV, the old school Charmed.
Oh
Like
yeah, it's
Hmm.
so good. It's just like, I
oh,
mean, I know there's a new one. I haven't really watched the new one. I love the old one,
I
but
haven't seen it.
yeah, for sure. Okay, why don't you guys tell us a little bit about like your main series and what it's about? So April, you're Fated to the Wolf Prince, right? Was book one.
So far 4 books are out. It is Wolf Prince, Feral Wolf, Warrior Wolf, then Wolf Billionaire is the latest one that came out. And the next one coming out is Scarred Wolf in October, which seems so close and so far at the same time. But so far it's been all wolf shifters until book 4. We got a little twist in there with some new species that are not your normal paranormal varieties. So I was very excited to slip those in.
How did I not know this? What did you write?
I can't tell you. It's a secret. You have to go read it. It's a spoiler. I'm sorry. Yeah, but it's been really good, and I honestly love this world, and I've just been really enjoying playing with all the good wolf stuff that I love to read so much. Um, and there's just something about fated mates that I really love because I love the idea that that one right person is out there. Um,
Yeah.
and I don't know, I guess wolves just lend themselves to that so beautifully, right? Like the fated mate uh lore. I love the lore. I loved taking all the classic lore and like playing with it and twisting it and like putting my own spin on it. So it's basically what I did.
Yeah. And each of your books are a different couple, but in the
Yes.
same world.
Every
Yeah.
book is a different couple in the pack. And sometimes they find a mate outside the pack and bring them in. So it's,
I love
whatever.
that. I love that. That's actually, I think of that kind of format as kind of traditional paranormal romance. You have like Cressley Cole, that's the spicy one, right? Where it's like every other book. No, I can't ever say her name. Nalini Singh, Singh. I can't
Yeah.
say her name. Black Decker Brotherhood, right? Like everyone is, and it's a nice,
Oh,
that's such a refreshing, I love that format. Sorry, what?
that's the one I should have said when you asked.
Black
Black Brother
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. I love that one.
It's great. Are you watching it on Passion Flicks right now?
I have not started yet. I barely watch TV, so I don't have a ton of time for it. I have not started it yet, but I am
I
curious.
get it. Holly and
My
I get it.
my
We were just talking.
favorite thing, I was sitting in a meeting with the owners of my company and my boss and all of that, and I just started, and he was like, "Oh, you read?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm a really big reader." And he's like, "Oh, what do you read?" And I was like, "Oh, fantasy, paranormal, you know." I was like, "I am not diving into what I read." Um, and he was like, "Oh, so you know Jessica then?" And I'm like, "That's a very broad name, sir. I don't,
Which Jessica?
I'm not sure." He's like, "Oh, I don't know, wrote something. It was like spicy vampires or something." And I was like, "Okay, we're getting closer." And he's like, "It's like a brotherhood or something." And I looked at him and I was like, "Are you talking about J.R. Ward?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm friends with her. We got our Christmas party and everything." And I'm like, what a like casual thing to just like
Jessica.
sprinkle on, like it's no big deal.
That is crazy. And she's a hoot, by the way. I've seen some of her TikToks recently in the
Yes.
past, with her at the panel and stuff at one of the cons. She's a hoot,
She
man.
she reminds me of like just the be unapologetically yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah,
my favorite thing.
yeah.
I have some like uh bookish hot take questions for you if you
Ooh.
feel up to answering some fun little okay.
We're
So
going to get back to Heather about you to talk about your book too here in a minute. We'll
oh
get
my
back.
God, I
We're gonna
skipped
get,
over it.
no, it's
I
okay. We
got
don't
all
have to be. This is
excited.
like this is not like in a classroom. We're going to
I want to
follow
hear the
an
bookish hot
order.
take questions. Like that's where we're heading next. Hot take it up, babe. Let's go.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
So we'll start with Heather. So your spicy scenes at 25% or 75%? Is it the angst or the spice that gets you?
Can you repeat that? So 25% into the book, or you're
Yes.
asking, oh,
Yeah,
like at
into
what
the book.
level? Okay, so don't hate me for this, but I actually, so I know it 50% is like your mark. Like that's, I know the rules of this and I
Is that
break them
true?
all the time. So I will so it depends. Like the last book that I just released, it actually in chapter 2, like it's just full out, like, and you're like, and then the love comes after this. So you know what I mean? I mess up. I
Mix it
do
up.
whatever I want to do.
That's good though. I
Oh,
like what you
that's
do.
so fun.
Yeah, I was
So
amazed when you said the 50% because literally I think I've started noticing this for a while now and I've actually said it to people. I'm like, oh, it's gonna oh yep, we're at 50%. Here it is.
It's
Oh
like it's
yep,
a
we're at
common
50%. Here it
romance
is.
thing. People get mad. Like a lot of readers will get mad if by halfway through the book they haven't. Like there's something but it's usually 50% of the way through is when you need it. That's like a common thing. So it's like if you know the rules, you can break them. That's what I say to myself. Like,
Well, and that's
but
the beauty of publishing indie, being a self-published author. You can follow your own rules, That's
yeah.
nice. So awesome. Okay, what were you saying, Holly? I
April,
didn't
are
mean to
you
interrupt you.
uh listen, if you start something at chapter 2, I'm immediately hooked at that point. But
She loves the spice.
um Heather, are you a 25%? Are you 75%? Are you chapter 1?
uh, oh, you're asking April.
Oh no,
Sorry.
April. I'm like my brain's like all confused. I'm looking in the right place. You just can't tell.
I'm gonna be honest, when I'm reading, I like both. Like, it could be chapter 1 or it could be the last chapter, and I'm probably still with you if I'm reading. As far as writing, I really think, like, every couple has their own unique timeline. So I don't follow the rules either,
Okay.
and I don't care if it's been the
Right.
50% mark or not. Like, I just as long as it flows and it feels natural for where they're at, I'm good with it. Like, that's my hot take.
If you're picking up a book, April, and you have the choice of tropes between enemies to lovers or like one bed forced proximity.
Oh, one bed, please.
Take on that though. Oh, could I answer this question? Have you
Yeah.
ever
Yes,
one
you both can answer
horse?
that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sorry.
Have you
Go
guys
ahead.
ever heard of the one horse? I was like, I like one horse so much better than one
Oh,
bed. Like,
yes.
Oh, I'm
I love
picturing
a good.
like no, I actually haven't heard of that, but I'm thinking Outlander, like with Jamie and Claire on the
oh, they got to
horse.
ride the horse together into their adventure. So it's all the touching,
Yes,
forced touching, even if they hate
yes,
each other and they're on the horse. And there's
yes,
all the touching. Is oh my god, you can't stop
yes.
it.
So good. I love Outlander. It's
There,
awesome. Have you seen Outlander on TV? Sorry, not the book, but no.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Jamie, are you kidding me?
He's perfect, right?
Yes.
So good.
It's
All
not
right.
fair. I'm a married woman, so I'm happily married.
No, I honestly, I have to say, the funny story. So when I started writing emoji reviews, the very first time I started writing them, I always have like a bit that I talk about the hot guys in it. And the very first one I released where I said that was like the little hot emoji or the like drilling or everything. I was really worried that like hubby would be like, you know what I mean? It's like you get, I don't know, you think it's really not that big of a deal, but then you worry that your spouse will see that and be like, "Or what are you salivating over? These guys, like what is going on here?" And luckily he was like so blasé about it. And I was like, "Oh, praise it," like thank gosh, because like they're fun. They're meant to be fun and to get like excitement into the book. And we all love our book boyfriends, but that's fiction. It's not real. So
I was gonna say try writing guy characters. So like my husband, I love him to death, and I'll be like, well, like whatever the character Lucan or something. I'll be like, Lucan did this, and he's like, you wrote that. It came out of your head. I know, isn't it perfect?
Yeah, that's the whole point. I'm putting it out in the open so that you're aware now.
I love it. That's great.
Here is a
I have a
manual.
healer who's very jealous, so I apologize for the dog barking for if you can hear it.
And she's a Stark. Your dog. Your dog is a Stark.
Arya Stark, yes, and
Is her
Sandor
name.
Clegane.
Yeah.
Yes. And she is just as spicy as Arya is at the end toward the end of the series. Okay, so what is your like hidden gem book? So not your most popular book, but your book that you're like, if you could start somewhere, you should start with this one because this is my baby.
Oh my gosh, all mine are in series, so I don't know if I can answer this one other than to say you have to start at book 1. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Right. She's got the 4 books in her series. So
Oh
they're
yes.
all hidden gems. Surprise. There you go. How about you,
And you have
Heather?
audiobooks out for them, right?
I can't remember if book 4 is out yet in audio or not. I think it's coming out very soon in audio, but the first 3 are all out. Yeah.
Well, I have audible credits, so I gotta figure out where I'm going next with them.
Take that upstairs. Take it upstairs.
Heather, what's your like book baby? This is your
That's hard. It's funny because it's always to me. I'm like the last book I ever like. It's always the last book I wrote that I'm like, oh, that's the best book. I think I did a really good job on this one, and then I'll write the next one and be like, that wasn't as good. The next one's better. So yeah, it changes. I don't know. I guess if you were starting my paranormal romance series, I like Luna Trials book 1. It was fun. It was something totally different. I hadn't seen it really done before. So it was like a werewolf dating show. Like almost like The Bachelorette or Bachelor, but it's alphas and Lunas go to this dating show to fight, but it's during mating season. So they're kind of all pumped up full of pheromones and having a good time. And so I liked that one. I liked book 1, even though that one actually doesn't have much spice in it. It's a slow burn trilogy throughout the 3 books. So, but by the time book 3 hits its mating season, so it's all over. It's all out the window. Then it's a lot of scenes build up through the trilogy. But so I guess that one's fun to start with. But that's also when you get to that's my more. I don't know how much we can say on a live, so I will say that's just my spicier series. So, and then the other ones are more, I would say, sweet romance. Just depends on what you like, I guess. Like that's what I tell people, like when we're at signings and stuff. Which, the signing, like come talk to me at the table because I will talk about that in person. We will personalize and pick out things for you based on what you like. So, but yeah, it just depends on what you like. We could start you there.
Do either of you have like a writing ritual where it's like I sit down to write and I have to have this candle, or I have to have this music, or I have to have the door closed, or
Yeah, I am very predictable, and like my husband laughs at me a little bit, like in a good-natured way, not in a mean way, but he always thinks it's funny because he's like, yeah, of course that's what you did. Like, I know that. Why don't you know that? But so for me, it's usually like I have to make a fresh cup of water, I have to have a snack, I have to go like get everything else out of the way before I sit down. And then like close, quiet office. I usually don't even turn the light on in my office. Like I have the computer and like a little bitty lamp. And then you can't see any of my wall paint, but all of my walls are dark blue. Like I have the white bookshelves and all the walls I can see are like really dark royal blue, so that it's like a writing cave is what I call it. So it's like completely uninterrupted. And like I turn on my music, my particular playlist, and then like I am in the book for 2 hours. Don't talk to me. Don't blink at me. Like I don't exist for 2 hours. Thank you. So that's the ritual. It's very
I like the meticulous, like you know exactly what you need to like get in the zone.
Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt, and I'm sorry I was making noise, but it's only because I'm putting my office together that it's all right here. I handwrite all my books. So, I'm sorry. There's still more stacks. I was like, they're right here, so I have to show you just because you asked that question. But
You
I
handwrite all of your books?
Every single book. I take my notebook with me. I go sit outside in the woods. I go off and like disconnect, and I just write and then when I sit down, it's because my editor brain is not as creative. It's very like cut and dry. So I don't look at the computer if I don't have to. And then once I sit down to type and edit, it's usually a pretty clean draft that I send to like proofreaders and like, but it's, you know, like that's what my brain clicks on for like writing the book or editing the book. But yeah, I take a notebook and I go write them.
I'm
That's
just
So
wild.
speechless.
this is
I'm
just
just like,
not even a quarter of the stack of these.
then you have to go type them, or you have an assistant type.
Yes.
You
I
go
do
type
type
them.
them. I sit down and type the whole book after I write, but I write it from start to finish on the draft, and I do the whole first draft in handwritten, and then the second draft is all typed start to finish. But it's done. Yeah, my
And this
weird.
is the part where I remind you that she's still a faster writer than I am.
That's why I feel like it's because I can take my notebook with me wherever I go, so I'm always like jotting something down or like the next scene. Like I can just keep writing as I go around. So it's like whenever inspiration strikes, I have everything right at my disposal. So
That's
I think
like, that's incredible. I just like, I feel like my hands would hurt, like to
I'm
write that
cranking so
much.
bad. My wrist. My husband's like, we should probably try dictation next because I've been breaking my wrist. There's so many words that want to come out.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. But it works for you and you love it and you go outside and you be a part of nature, right?
Yeah,
So,
I'm pretty off grid. I like to be barefoot and outdoors. So that's what I do.
oh, that's awesome. And April, so you write on like a computer or a tablet or, you know.
I am pretty boring. I like my desktop computer best. I do have a laptop, so like if we're out and about or if I'm going somewhere, I can. Like I will occasionally tell my husband, like, I need some nature today. Can we go to like the park by the river and sit? You know, because we live in Northeast Florida. There's a lot of rivers and like parks by the rivers here. So I'll just like take my laptop and he'll entertain the kids, or if the kids are at school, and I'll just like type by the river and but that's very limited seasons I can do that. It's been like over 100 most of the summer. So I've been hiding in the air conditioning in my office.
Oh, it's been so hot. I'm in Florida too, right? So it has been brutal. And Northeast Florida, they just had tornadoes last night. My husband was actually in Jacksonville, and he was on 95, and there was a tornado, and he had to go under the overpass and like take shelter. It was like crazy.
Yeah, we get a lot of extreme weather down here. It is, it is what it is. I was born and raised here, so like to me it's just second nature, and like my kids are super Florida kids that they're like, "Can we go
Yeah.
outside when it's a hurricane?" Like they're not afraid of the hurricane. They want to go play in it and want to know where the rain boots are. So, that's just that's just what it is.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I totally get it. Being in Florida, right? So yeah, for sure. And Heather, what state are you? Yes, I can ask you that. What state you're in? So
Yeah, I'm up in Washington State right now. My husband's military though, so we've actually moved everywhere. We came here from Maryland, but I'm from like Southern California, but well, Sierra Nevada, Reno, Nevada, California border, and then Southern California. So it's like we've been everywhere, but we're actually settling down here, I think, in the Pacific Northwest because we like it a lot.
Yay.
It's got a lot
Washington
going on.
State, that's far from Florida. That's like a 7-hour flight, 8-hour flight, isn't it? It's really far.
It's actually the first time I'm gonna take my boys down there. I haven't been to Florida since I was a kid, so I'm like, we're making a whole family trip out of it. I'm so excited,
Oh,
like to go to Florida.
yay.
I will take you to the nearest Publix. It's going to be a thing. Just
Publix is so great.
You can
Publix
have a
is so
beer
great.
while you're grocery shopping.
You go,
Publix is great.
okay. Well, hang on, because I don't like grocery shopping. Like, I am a Walmart delivery person. I'm like, just drop it off at my door, please. I'll pay you.
Yeah,
But
Oh,
if I
Publix,
could drink
Publix is
while I'm
so
doing it,
nice.
maybe.
Their
it's
slogan is where
so
shopping is
nice.
a pleasure, I think, right? Isn't that right? Where shopping is a pleasure. And it's
Mhm.
it's just so nice. The store is fantastic. And then their subs are famous, the Publix subs.
Yes.
People
Oh
love
yeah.
their sandwiches. Yeah.
We just got
Uh,
our first one in
oh, you did?
Kentucky.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's popular. We
And I
have a
was like,
Publix
what do
in
you mean? What do you mean I can walk around with this? They're like, oh yeah, here, let me put a lid on it. And I was like, grocery shopping just got so much better.
That
I will
sounds
drive. I have a grocery store. I have a Meyer that's the East Coast grocery store that is probably 5 minutes from my house. I will drive 25 minutes to Publix.
well, it's worth it,
So it's so worth it.
It's great. Yeah, I have a Publix only a mile from the house, so I'm like super lucky. And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm trying to get healthier, you know? And as a part of that, what I've started doing, the very first thing I do when I go in Publix is they have a Higgy station where you sit down, you do your blood pressure and your weight, and it keeps it on an account. And it's a pretty good little machine. So hubby and I sit down and we do the Higgy. And then we go to, because they have the subs there, they give you free water, like ice, like really good ice, like the
Oh,
crushed little pebble ice. And
Yeah.
we just filled up with water, and then as we're shopping, we were drinking our water. So it's like, it's kind of a thing we started doing. I don't know, but it's like Publix is, and my husband's like, "Are you sure that we can just like get this water and not have to pay for it?" And I was like, "No, trust me." And then the Publix guy's walking by. He's like, "Oh yeah, absolutely. Have as much as you want." You know, it's like, oh, they're great. So
Yeah,
I
so
don't know.
they're amazing.
Publix, what else do I have to do in Florida? Like, or what else is, I'm like so excited for Florida. You
Oh,
don't even know. And my boys don't know yet. So it's going to be like, and they keep asking to go to Disney. And I'm like, shh, I'm not telling them yet.
oh,
Like,
that's
Oh,
so exciting.
gotta
Oh
keep
my
this
gosh, there's
secret
so
for a
much to do.
year.
So the hotel has a sky bridge to Disney Springs. It's walking. It's the closest hotel to Disney Springs. So you just walk over the sky bridge and you're there. And Disney Springs has tons of restaurants. They have a Mickey, like the Disney stores. They have all kinds of stuff. So that's kind of really cool. And then the hotel actually has free shuttles to all the Disney parks. So if you stay at the hotel, you can just hop on a shuttle and go to the parks instead of having to drive there and everything. So are you looking to do Disney or Universal? And
I don't
and
know
it,
yet.
you don't know. Okay.
We might be there for a while. We don't, we haven't decided.
Okay, so my vote, because I again lived in Florida my entire life. We live 2.5 hours from the parks, roughly. Um, Split the difference if you have not been to either. Like there are Disney people and there are Universal people. We're Universal people. Like the kids, the younger your kids, the better Disney is, right? Because they have a lot more like really little kid appropriate rides and like they can ride more stuff. Once your kids get over the height limit for Universal, Universal all day. Like, oh my gosh, love it. But the trick is, and like most people don't do this when they come to Florida, but like the park pro tip is that you go early in the morning and then you go back to your room in the middle of the day, like you wait out the heat and then you go back in for the evening, right? So you
That's
do
what
not
I've
stay
heard
in the
about.
park all day. That is like,
It's exhausting to stay in the park all day. I'm about an hour from Disney, and I grew up going to there, and we would make a full day of it because back then they didn't have all the different passes like they do now. And so we would go for first thing in the morning all the way to the end of the day, and you're just dead on your feet walking back to your
oh
car.
yeah, wiped.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great
that's what I was
advice.
concerned about because I was like, how are we going to deal with the heat? We're in the Pacific Northwest. Like, we don't have AC because we're an hour from the coast. So no houses do. And we're in a heat wave it's 80 today. So it's a little warm. Like, but I was like, how would we do that in Florida? It's going to be like 100. Like, we're going to die.
Yeah.
But
Well,
figure it
in
out again.
September, hopefully it won't be as bad, but it's still warm. I mean, it's
it's
not
still going to be in
July.
the 90s, let's be
It's,
honest.
I know it's not like August, July, August. And then the good thing is people are back to school, so the parks won't be as crowded in September. That's one of the
Yeah.
reasons why we picked it. But
That
yeah. So and also I just have to say, since we're talking about parks, so 2026, you guys are coming and sponsoring. Thank you so much for sponsoring. You're both sponsors. So that's a Disney hotel, but on purpose we picked a Universal hotel for 2027. So on purpose. So those,
we might have to
yes. So
consider
you
come
could do
back.
Disney in 2026, and I would love to have you back, both of you back for 2027. And then on 27, you could go to Universal. So that's kind of, and 2028 we'll probably do Disney. We'll probably just keep alternating.
And
But
the theme for 27 is fun.
Is that a
yes.
secret? Is that out yet? Like, do we know the theme or are we keeping that under wraps?
Ooh.
You can
I'm
tell
not a
us.
tea,
We
I'm not
won't
a
tell
tea
anyone.
spiller.
And everybody watching.
We can give, I gave a hint to it. I said it was a really hot theme, is what I said.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
Yes, it is
It's very fitting for Florida as well. Um, oh, I
kind of,
know. We're
I
gonna
know,
probably do a big reveal and everything,
kind of
but
obsessed with the
Okay.
graphics.
it
They
Understood.
is
they
the
are
attending author
so fun.
graphic is beautiful. We already made one. Lexi C. Fawcett coming in 2027. We already made one for her. And it's just it's gorgeous. So we're really excited. But we love 2026 Hollywood Glam. It's gonna be amazing. Hollywood Glam. We just get excited. They're like I'm finding it's like my babies. It's probably how you guys feel about your books. 2026 and 2027 is my baby. You know, like both events, I love them. They're going to be amazing in their own ways, right? Just like with books. So,
Yeah. And we
yeah.
joke about this
I'm
every
excited.
live, so I will come to you with a tiny microphone and on the red carpet and ask you questions. So just be prepared for these really
Oh,
tiny microphones, like all of the it's literally it's so small. But like all the influencer team is like going to be taking photos of y'all on the red carpet and asking for little like mini interviews and doing lives and it's going to be like I mean first off you all are the celebrities for the event. So like it's fitting that you all get a red carpet to walk into the event. It's going to be so cool.
That sounds awesome.
that'd be great. I'm gonna fall if I trip in front of everyone.
Just walk next to me. It'll be fine. We'll trip together.
We'll hang on to each other.
Yeah.
Heather, you're actually doing with as part of your sponsorship, you're doing live interviews. You're having a live interview during the event. So it's
I'm
yeah.
so excited. I'm so awkward. This is gonna be so fun.
Yeah,
I'm just
we
going
were
with
really
it.
careful because we got a lot of feedback when we were planning the agenda um that a lot of people don't like having events during the signing because they want to just go to the signing. So we really listened to that. So instead of planning panels during the signing, we didn't. All the panels are in the morning or the evening after the signing. But we did do the live interviews during the signing because they're only 20-minute lives. They're at the top of every hour. The room is
Yeah.
right near the signing room. And it's just like if step it away for 30 minutes, we'll be all set up for you. You're going to swoop in like the celebrity you are, have your interview, and then swoop back to your table. You know, so we figured that would be fun, you know, and then that's something
All
that the
right.
VIPs probably will be able to walk into and watch. And it's just, you know, it's just something fun at the top of every hour. But it's not something that's going to pull hundreds of people away from the signing. It's like a, you know, it's a small space. So, yeah, so we're excited,
It'll be
you
good. I'll
know.
be there
Yeah.
for a bunch of them, except for there's a much more professional microphone for that.
And April is she is a VIP meet and greet sponsor on Thursday night. So there's a big VIP meet and greet. I cannot talk tonight. I don't know what it is. Just long weekend, I guess. You know, so she is going to be a part of that, and there'll be actually I don't know if we've talked about this or not, but there'll actually be a cocktail that you'll be able to get, and it'll be like the April All Moon drink, and it's going to be her choice of what that is.
I was gonna say, what's it gonna be?
Okay,
Do you know?
so
Do you have an
full
idea?
disclosure, I do not drink. So I'm gonna need some suggestions,
Oh,
guys.
we'll do that.
Like
That's fine. That's fine. We'll help you.
my my actual personal favorite beverage is sweet tea. Like I'm a full southerner. Sweet tea is my life. I love sweet tea. But like I don't drink alcohol, so I don't know. Like y'all have to tell me what you like, what you want to see because I don't know.
We will.
Maybe it'll be a
I was gonna say, can you do like a
non-alcoholic
Long
little
Island?
special one.
I mean, if they
Oh,
could
Long
put sweet
Island is a
tea on
great
the
idea.
menu, I would be thrilled. But I don't know if everybody else would be thrilled. So, you know.
I mean, I like sweet tea too. I'll
I mean,
drink
we
some
could
sweet
do a
tea.
it doesn't have to be an alcoholic drink. It's going to be, you know, at the cash bar and everything. We could do, you know, something else, you know, but yeah. But the point is someone can go up and order an April All Moon, whatever
Are
that
there
happens to
any
be.
wolf or moon themed cocktails? Because I feel like if there's not, we should invent one.
Uh, well, there's
There's got to
illegal
be
ones like
something.
moonshine, right? Isn't moonshine illegal?
True. I
I
didn't
was
think
just
about
reading
Oh
that in a
no,
book.
they make the old smoky moonshine now, and I think they might have a yeah,
Yeah, in the jars, like the
yes.
apple pie moonshine ones and
I
Apple
stuff.
mean,
pie
Super
and
sweet.
I
moonshine.
still like apple pie.
It
Oh my
tastes a lot
goodness.
like apple pie. It's wild.
Okay.
That
Well,
sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
yes, and they're a little dangerous.
Yeah, I remember. I haven't. Yeah, I can't do sweet drinks like that anymore. Not since I was younger. But yeah, those were the
It's the
to.
sugar. The sugar does you in on the next day, you know. But so for the VIP meet and greet, what's really exciting about it is we planned it so that way it's like in between registrations. So it's in between the author's registration and the author table setup. So there's not anything conflicting with that time. So we're hoping that the authors are all invited to it. Although we do have our silver sponsors that are sponsoring it, like April. You know, so that it'll be a good way for the VIPs to get in there and talk to authors and stuff. So yeah.
I'm gonna go order an April and
Yes.
come talk to you.
please do. Please do. It's
I
perfectly
will.
delicious, whatever it is. I have food allergies, so like I can't drink alcohol because of my allergies. So it's not
Yeah.
like nothing against cool drinks. They all sound
Yeah,
fun. I'm a little
yeah.
jealous, but you know.
You're not the first
Oh,
author. I
it'd be
actually had
fun.
another author tell me that's sponsoring that she doesn't drink either. So you're
Yeah.
not the only one. So
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. It's no worries. Maybe we'll do that apple pie moonshine. You
That's
know.
that sounds cool.
Or do even a mocktail, like a
Oh yeah.
mocktail, so that way people who don't drink can like have it. It'll be
Oh, that's
April
a great
sponsoring
idea.
mocktails.
That's
I would drink a
yeah.
mocktail.
There's a lot of people who don't drink, so yeah, that would
Yes.
be awesome for sure.
Which is fun too, because it's an 18 plus event, so you're gonna have a lot of folks who are like in between
It
21 age.
it's an 18.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then having the mocktail would give them something to order like at the thing too, so that way it's
Oh,
all included and they can
genius,
still have a fancy
genius.
drink. We need April.
We
April's
need
gonna save
April.
us.
And it's an 18 plus event on Disney property. That's key to say. So when we say 18 plus, we're not making the perception that it's going to be really wild. It's not going to
Mhm.
be really wild. It's, there's just alcohol on the premise. There's romance authors that, well, I should say in America, you can't drink younger than 21. So I don't know why I just said that, but whatever. There's romance authors and some of them have fun items at their tables. And and that's in the ballroom so that public won't see, just ticket holders could see some of those fun items.
So, can I tell you a funny story about the romance partners?
I was like, I have one too, but I want to hear yours.
So my husband works for my business now, and as part of his duties, like he comes with me to signings and he handles like the logistics and the drayage and all the stuff like behind the scenes to make it run more smoothly for me while we're there. And his first one doing this was Babe in Australia. And he's never been to a romance book signing before. So like we're walking in the doors, there's setup going on, like we're getting to my table, and we walk past, and there are giant stuffed items on one of the first tables inside the door. And he went, "Is that what I think it is?" And I said, "Oh, please, just you wait, because there's gonna be more." And by the end of the weekend, he was like, "Wow, women really get into this." And I'm like, "Yes, dear, they do." But
Yes,
he
they
was
do.
so like flabbergasted. He was going, "Okay, this is like serious business around here." And I'm like, "Yes, it is. Just go with it. Just go with it. Have fun, like whatever." But he was so surprised. And it was just hilarious to watch him be like the wide eyes the entire time.
it's we were at a English pub a couple weeks ago, my hubby and I, and he's English. So we went to the pub to get like a English breakfast or whatever, or Sunday roast or something. And across the room there was about this big, I'm not going to say what it is, but it was a rubber plasticky type thing. But the funny thing is one end of it looked like you would think on these types of things, that is, whatever, but the other end of it looked like a dinosaur. It was like legs like a T-Rex. It was like a T-Rex standing with a head on the end.
Okay.
He was like, "Is that what I think it is?" And I went, "Yeah." And I was just laughing because I'm like so used to seeing or hearing people talk about. I mean, we're in the romance world with books, So I'm laughing, and he's like, my mom and her boyfriend were there, and I start to show him, and he's like, "Don't show them, don't show them." I'm like, "I'm going to show them," and I pointed, and they got like white. They're like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm thinking, "Oh my mom's coming to the signing. This is gonna be fun." So
I need one of those on my shelf, I feel like.
it was great. It was wonderful.
I was gonna say, have you seen that there's like a whole line of like, because I also like monster
Yes.
romance too, so I kind of, and I try to, not that I blur the line, but I dabble in like everything, but there's a whole line of specially shaped items like these. So that's what my husband, like, he's like, "What?" That's where his eyes will get blown. So he's like, "Oh, they really that?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, that Oprah, what was
Opal
it,
Rain.
she
Opal
got her
Rain.
soul to keep.
Yeah.
Opal Rain, yeah, like the whole line of those ones and stuff.
It can be, you actually just reminded
Interesting.
me too that I was at a family, and I want to ask you guys about your families and like how, not to go into detail about families, but just like how people react to what you write, or like, do you not tell people? Do you just say, oh, I'm a writer? Or like, I know some authors who don't even say that they're authors. They just say that they're some kind of, they have their own business for some other reason or whatever, but not lying, but they use something else. But yeah, so I'm just gonna say real quick, I was at like a Sunday dinner with my family, and they all know that I'm involved with romance, and the topic of spice came up, and I was trying to like explain, because to someone who doesn't read romance, they think it's all the same thing. They don't understand that there's degrees.
Yeah.
And so I had to like seriously
Yeah.
walk them through, from clean romance to fade to black, or closed door to fade to black, to more graphic to like, and I even use the word erotica,
Pure, yeah.
it's
No
like,
thought.
they were like, I have a family member who writes monster romance, and they were like, oh, is that what she writes? Like, and I was like, yeah, she writes some, pretty
Yeah.
monstery, steamy stuff. They're like, but monsters, like, they do it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this conversation's insane. But yeah. Anyways, so how about you guys with like talking to friends and family? Like, have you had anything? Like, how do you handle that?
So when I first switched genres, I didn't mean to. We actually had my husband's younger sister, and like they're kind of a more conservative family, and my dad's very religious too. So I had like a bunch of issues, things with this when I first started out. But I wasn't thinking. She goes, "What are you writing now?" And I just said, "Werewolf smut." Like I just said that, like because I wasn't think, and then so I was like, from then on, I just called it werewolf smut straight out. And my husband was like, "You can say paranormal romance," like he knew the genre and everything. And I was like, I didn't even realize what I said. But no, and it was funny because my dad, like, because we talked about it, and my dad gave me the best opinion because I was like, well, what do you think about me switching genres? And because he used to read all my stuff. He won't read my new stuff, and like it's my first dedication actually said, Dad, don't read this one, because I was like, that's where we talked about. But he told me, he was like, you sell adrenaline. Like I was always selling like the emotions of adrenaline and like high octane, like fear. He's like, why don't you just sell something nicer? Like, and I was like, I didn't even see it that way at first, because a lot of people say, oh, that's taboo to write that. But now I'm like, no, I'm selling romance. I'm selling love. I'm selling like these feelings that
Yeah.
feel good to people. Why would it, like, I'm not embarrassed or ashamed about that. So I don't have a problem with it. But yeah, at first it was like, I just told everybody I was like werewolf smut. So everybody, the whole family, all of them, they're like, yeah, she writes werewolf smut. And I'm like, it's not even that bad. Like I'm not, like mine's mostly plot, but
People really catch on to that smut word for some reason. Like, it's something that a
Yeah,
lot of people say,
Mhm.
but
it's a very mainstream word now, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm curious, so you're both readers as well, right?
Mhm.
So what is your like bookish bad habit? So me, I'm a spine cracker. I will fold a paper book or paperback like in half while I'm reading it.
So I am not afraid to dog ear a page if it's my book that I own, for the record. Like I will not
Yes,
dog
yes,
ear
yes.
library books or like a borrowed book. I will use a
Yeah.
bookmark. But like the number of times, and it started when I was a kid because I was always that kid with like 8 books from the library, like walking around in my backpack. So like I will not do that to a library book, but if it's my book and I own it, they're pretty beat up. Like they go with me wherever, they get thrown in my purse. I will dog ear the page if I don't have a bookmark. Like I'm pretty rough on them, but they just live in my collection and it's fine. I don't know. I think that's the point, is to be read. And I think one of the things that I love about my book collection is that like part of the story of the book is like when I got it, how long I've had it, where I took it, and when I read it. Like it's all part of the story of the book for me. So
it's got life. Like your
yeah,
stories, your
exactly.
stories. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm a dogger. On my own books, I would
No,
never
no,
do
no.
it to somebody else's book, and it's usually like, especially nonfiction, I will dog it the crap
yeah.
out of that. Like, but and I don't even buy. I don't really buy hardbacks. Like I buy more paperbacks anyway if I want the physical copy, unless I like really, it's a like something super important, like that I really want it in that like hardback pretty cover. And honestly, I was like anti
Me
ebooks for the
too.
longest time. Like I was like, I need to smell my paperback. I would never get on the ebook train. Now I'm just a Kindle Unlimited reader. Like my Kindle is just, or my phone. I just use my phone, the app on my phone, but it is stuff full.
Once I
Like that's what I
realized I
read
could
on.
read any book I wanted on the app on my phone, I didn't have to explain to people what I was reading when they
Yeah.
saw the cover. I was like, sold, sold.
It's so nice. It really is so nice. It makes
Oh, yeah.
it's a game changer for reading in public places like on an airplane. Although I do feel really weird sometimes if I'm reading a spicy scene and there's like people, I don't know, do you guys, it just feels weird sometimes. I'm like, well, maybe I'll flip to a different book and read a different section right now on the plane, you know?
I used to
But
joke around that, like in the pickup line, because I'd be like picking up my kids reading, and then I'd look around and be like, oh my gosh, like, do they all know what I'm doing?
you feel like you're naughty or something, you
So
know?
I used to worry about that, especially on planes, because like forced proximity, you have however much space, whatever.
Right.
I was sitting on a plane, like actually the last conference I went to, and I was like reading a book and kind of like awkwardly looking at the guy next to me because it's like this 40-something-year-old dude, right? And I'm going, I mean, he's not paying attention to me, so I'm not worried about it. But I looked over and he has his phone proudly propped on the front, like the back of the seat in front of him, and there's like a lion eating a guy on the thing. And I was like, oh, I don't want to see that. So I was like, you know what? If he doesn't care, then why do I care? I'm going to read what I want. And if he doesn't like it, he cannot look. And that's just
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
he wasn't worried about it. So why am I worried about it? You know?
Good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
I know
Super
the
fair.
last flight I was on, I had my phone has like a privacy screen on it, so I never think about it. But I had my Kindle Fire with me, and I was reading Good Girl by Effie Campbell, which is very, very far side of that spectrum. And the person next to me, I didn't realize it until I was like, I don't know, maybe 50% of the way in, but they're like fully engrossed.
In your book, like
Over your shoulder reading it?
Yes.
over your shoulder.
And it's like, it's a night flight, so it's like dark on the plane, so I don't want to like turn over and like say something. Like part of me was like, let me know if you want me to turn pages any slower. Like,
That's awkward though. Like that is so, especially a night flight where it's like dark on the plane. That is
yeah.
really like that's cringe to me, to
And I
be
was like,
honest.
great, I'm just gonna keep reading here. And then like, it's a pretty short book, so like I finished it and I was like, all right, I gotta switch back to my phone. Privacy screen's on there, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they speaking of flights though, I actually so the book that I just released, I finished writing it. So my husband's family's from Maine, so we went like back to go visit his family in Maine, and I ended up having to take work on the trip because we were moving and like everything was discombobulated. So but as we were flying back, I was typing, like finishing up like edits and stuff. On the stewardess kept walking by and she ends up stopping and she goes, I bought the first of that book. I was like, are you reading spoilers right now? And I didn't tell her because I was like, she's like, yeah, because it says the top line. So she was like, yeah, I kept seeing the top. And so I went and researched you from your name and everything. I was like, oh my gosh. But then I thought about it. I was like, you can't read this. This is book 3. It's not released yet. Like, I didn't realize she was a reader. She was saying, she's like, oh yeah. So I download on the Kindle app and then she reads them on long flights, like night flights and stuff. She'll sit in the back and read. And I was like, that's awesome, actually. Like, that's a cool job.
I see flight attendants all the time doing that. They're always
Right.
in the back, like in between their sections, and they're reading. Like and I always want to go up to them and be like, "What are you reading? Do you like romance? Are you on Facebook?" Like I wanted to start like saying, "Come join our group," But
Shamelessly ask people what they're reading, which is hilarious because I hate when people ask me. That's why I always read on
I
my phone.
yeah.
know,
But like if I see, I'm like, oh, what you reading? Like, oh, mom
I
brought
know.
baseball or to baseball practice. What you reading over there? Is it good? Like, I don't know. I can't help it.
Call them
Have y'all
out. I
had
did
people
that to
like
one lady.
recognize you in the wild?
Yes, that was going to be my next question. I'm glad you asked it. Yeah,
Occasionally, yes.
yeah.
In like a good way? Was it like, are you this person? Or
So, I do not share my pen name with everyone. Like you asked about, like how do you handle friends and family, whatever. And it's kind of, I don't
Hmm.
want to say a need to know basis because like my immediate family knows they don't care, whatever. I did tell my mom, I was like, I will tell you the pen name on the one condition that you're never ever allowed to read it because like there's lines, okay? I'm your daughter, just don't read this book, okay?
Yeah.
And have it on your shelf. I literally signed it for her to the best mom ever. Love you. Don't you dare open this book. And like handed it.
I love it.
But like the rest of the family, I just really they don't ask, and I just don't bring it up, and it is what it is. They just know, hey, you run a business, and like that's kind of the end of it. Like you said, they don't ask, so I don't share. I had a Facebook friend that like our kids went to preschool together. Message me in all caps. Oh my gosh, are you April Moon? And I was like,
That's so cool.
So like it has happened a couple of times because like I have my picture on my profile, so it's not like a secret, but it's occasionally awkward. But I'm an introvert, so lots of things are awkward. It's fine.
I would never know you're an introvert, by the way.
Oh,
Never know. Yeah. Mm-mm. No, that's
Is your
that's
social
awesome.
battery draining right now?
I was gonna
well,
say.
I mean, to be honest, it's 8:30 at night here, so like it's getting close to bedtime in the next like hour and a half anyways, so I'm a little tired, but this is fun, so I'm good.
Aw. Oh, well, so April, not April, Heather, I just remembered that earlier I had asked you to talk about one of your books and we kind of skipped it.
I
So
stuck it. I snuck it in there.
I know
You can
you
say
did the
it.
Luna trials. Okay, all right. That was the one that you're going to talk. Okay, all right. I
All
just wanted to make
right.
sure we got you. You got you covered there. So, well, we're getting close to wrapping up here. So, what is there anything that you guys want to tell about the latest that's going on with you, or what you're writing, or any new releases, or pre-orders or special editions for the signing, anything like that?
Hmm, there's
April.
there's so many things. I'm trying to decide what to say. So I do have book 1 special edition is out now. We are working on 2 and 3 and the like gold editions, so we will have all of those for the signing for
Beautiful.
and as far as like next books and what I'm writing right now, the pre-order isn't up yet. So like technically I probably should not tell you, but there is going to be a book 6 in the Hunted Omega series.
Awesome.
So it's not even going to go on pre-order. Like I have not, nobody else in my newsletter knows that. But book 6 will be coming early 2026. And then that will be the end of the Hunted Omega series so far. So
Follow?
keep an eye
You,
out.
you have plans for anything? It's probably too early to say, but plans for anything? Okay, you do. Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
of course you do. Of course you do.
So anyone who's read my
Follow?
books knows how I end them. I'll leave it at that. And book 6 will have the exact same kind of ending that will go into the next series coming after the Hunted Omegas.
Girl.
That's
So
awesome. That's
Ooh, very
prepare
awesome.
good.
yourselves.
Awesome. How
So
about you? How about you, Heather? Anything?
I don't know. I'm always writing new books. I have like all new series. I'm hoping actually by the time we go to Florida, I'll have the entire children's trilogy of my first trilogy out. So there should be another 3 books plus the last book in the mating season world. So like another 4 books out. So I just finished the Sulfur and Spice series, which was my dragon shifters. Those were fun to play with, but I'm going back to my werewolves. And then yeah, that's gonna be I'm really hoping for something else exciting, but that's kind of a secret. So we'll see if it comes around then. I've never done special editions and I really want to get into them. So my goal I told myself was to try to have at least one special edition by the time we go to the signing, but I don't know
Okay.
yet. So that's
You
the
don't
new
have
goal,
to.
but I gotta like work through some stuff to figure out like what best to go with, like or
It's
how I
not
would
a
go about
requirement.
doing.
You
Yeah.
don't have to. You
Oh no no
know.
no no! It was like a
Okay.
personal goal of mine, so it was like my motivator because I was like, if you can get one out by then, but I haven't. I don't want to. I don't want to drop all the ideas. Just know I'm always writing. I don't stop writing. I'm gonna have so many books. Like it's gonna be yeah. That's what I do. I have
That's
a lot of
awesome.
words. I like to talk. I like to read. I like to write. So there, a lot of words come out. I write a lot of books.
I love that you were like catching yourself not spilling the tea. You're like, no, no, no. Those are inside thoughts, inside thoughts. Like,
Yeah. I'm bad about that. Like I literally
listen,
won't vomit.
my assistant will get on to me. She's like, April, you were not supposed to tell people that yet. We had a schedule. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I got excited.
It's hard because you get
Finally
excited and you want to share it
sharing.
all, but then you're like, shh, like we
It
have
is
to wait. You
hard.
gotta wait. Like,
I do a lot of lives and I've had a hard time sometimes not dropping. Like tonight earlier with the
Yeah,
theme for
please, yeah.
2027,
yes.
It's like,
we were
I want to
April and I
say
were
it so
trying to get that out
bad.
of you too. We were like,
I
okay, we'll just let her
know.
keep talking.
It's
Yeah, I'm
so
really excited. You said
hard.
universal.
Yes, it's I'm excited. And I think it's really smart too. Like a lot of events will stay at the same venue
Mhm.
year after year, but I really think it's smart to like alternate between the parks so that way it's different a little bit for attendees and just it's still in Orlando, but it feels different. So that's me. I like it. I'm excited. And the venue for 2027 is gorgeous. It's beautiful. So it's
Can't wait.
exciting.
I'm excited too. I
Yeah.
love Universal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So, well, you guys, any last minute things that you want to mention that's going on, or do we hit everything? I want to make sure you guys get to tell all
We
your
answer,
news.
did we answer all your questions? You got any other ones we missed?
I think
We have
so.
tons of questions. We can talk for hours with our questions. But I just really appreciate you guys doing this. It's awesome, and I feel like when both of you said yes to coming to the signing, it made my heart so happy, and I just really appreciate it. I appreciate the support. It's just really exciting to see authors that you really love, and that the members of the group really love, coming to the signing. So.
I love
Um,
FanGrrrl romance, so it's one of my favorite groups.
oh,
I'm excited to come.
thank
I'm
you.
excited too. I love just always I love a signing that's close enough I can drive to. Like I don't have to fly and try to manage like shipping books across the country and stuff. But I'm really excited because I love the group. I love that it's all paranormal. Like that's awesome. I love that. So
Oh, awesome. Oh, thank you. Well, I can't wait. It's going to be great. So, all right, you guys. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we'll do this another time. We'll do another live another time, and we'll see you next
it
time.
was lovely to meet you, Holly.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna follow
Wait.
you on TikTok. That's where I hang out usually.
Oh, perfect. Yes,
Yes.
and it's the same on both, or all the platforms, I guess. The
Okay.
random ones that are out there too.
She's great. She's so much fun to watch her videos too. She's a hoot. So, okay. So stay put. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to end the live. And I'll see you in a second.